Yo, peace, family. It's your boy Abdul Amar Allah, aka the Book Man. That is Bouk. Don't get it confused. And I'm still pushing message to the black man by our father Elijah Muhammad. Please go get this book. Uh, Black man, it's a great read uh, by a great father, great teacher, great master scientist. You guys go get that book, please. Peace to the God right now. So the topic for today is: can man be loved unconditionally? Um, Before we start breaking that down, let's get into what unconditional is. To be loved unconditionally is to be loved freely without giving anything back, without wanting to receive anything. Um, to love this person for who they are and not what they have, or you know, that's to be loved what it is to be loved unconditionally. We all know love is hard to define. Um, we just know it's that feeling that we get when this special moment or this special person enters our life, whether it's a child or that wife, soon to be wife, or sometimes maybe even a pet. I've heard people say, they love their pet unconditionally. And I believe those three things are the only thing too that can be loved unconditionally. And the reason why I say that is because the man have to give something in order to be loved. And I just, I find that wild. But what made me jump on this topic is I had a great bill with a brother yesterday. Like I said, I really love to build uh, off of things I know I either dealt with or I'm going through. And when I find people who dealing with that situation or dealing or have dealt with that, I try to learn. I'm looking for the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding within that conversation. And so this brother say he hasn't been with a woman in 4 years, family, 4 years. He hasn't dated. He hasn't uh, had sex with a woman in 4 years. Big foes. That's awesome for the brother. And I asked the brother. I said, so how are you feeling mentally, and why haven't you jumped in that field yet? And the brother, gave me his reasons, and we kind of chopped it up for at least an hour or two, and I think we both came to the agreement that in reality we just want unconditional love, and it's we're gonna be on a search until we find that. You know what I mean? So the question was, is can that happen? I mean, without having what someone else has that she desires, you know, or what she sees on TV that she desires. Um, and I don't think that it can. I don't think the black man can be loved unconditionally. And I think that's because of um, the way we grew up, the society we in, the communities we in, the things we see. I can't speak on what happened back in the gap, but what I do know is what's happening now. And I told the brother, like, you got to look at it. The fact is that if we don't bring anything financially or materialistic to the table, then we kind of lose out on real love. We kind of miss that, and I don't think it's our fault completely. I believe we do play a role into why women are like that, because I'll say our role is because we lost a man and a provider and what a provider is. And you have most of these men who's buying love. And I don't think, I know me, I don't want to buy love. I don't feel like love is built off of money. Excuse me. You can't build that foundation. It's support. Don't get me wrong. It's back support, but it's not the foundation. And I think whenever you have a situation where a woman has been bought, then you end up with turmoil. No matter what she's saying, she's not happy. He's not happy. And 9 times out of 10, if he bought your love, he's buying more love. You're not the only one he's buying. So the question is, women, how do we get past that? What do we need to fix? Is it a mental thing? Is it the way we carry ourselves? And fellas, tap in. Let me know if you felt like you've been loved unconditionally. Because I know I haven't. And I always, like I said, I want to build off something I'm going through or have been through. And I remember being in this relationship with this one chick, and her father had it. Her father was financially stable. This young chick, she only dated people who were giving her things, materialistic items, and were able to take her where she wanted to go. Um, and pretty much, when I first met her, I didn't see that in her. But when I started to learn more about her, I found out that you can buy her. And no disrespect to that. I believe we all grow up and change and really want that love. But at that time, I looked at her like, man, she can be bought. And if she can be bought, then my love can't amount to what she wants in life, or to her love, because I can't give her everything at that time. Um, I'm chasing goals, chasing dreams. So my mind frame isn't really on spending unnecessary money, should I say. Um, I have to be honest with my audience. I am not that guy. You know what I mean? Even if I did have it, because I've been in the field where uh uh I seen it all, should I say. I seen it all, man. Money bought everything, and people weren't happy. And so this chick knew my background, and she knew where I was going, and she belittled me so many times because I wasn't her father or these other guys. But she would tell me all the time she loved me, you know. And I realized, like, on that last breakup, it wasn't unconditional, because um, you wasn't there for me. You was there for the sex. And when the breakup happened, she made it known, you know what I mean, that I wasn't, you know, financially stable for her. And I wasn't a man because I couldn't do this and do that. Now, and I found that, like, I wasn't upset. It just opened my eyes, you know what I mean, to love, you know what I mean? And it's the first time in my life that, you know, I felt messed up inside. I mean, and so I said, my next relationship, I really got to take my time and find a woman who would love me unconditionally for me. But I also have to bring a value to myself. I can't just be out doing this and doing that with such and such, or being on social media doing this and doing that. I got to make myself a scarce product. And I found a brother who been off the market for 4 years, dog. Like, yo, when this brother step out there, You know, when he's finally ready, I know that what he's looking for going to be there, because I can't say it's going to be unconditionally, but I know that the love is going to be there because he's a scarce product. But will he be loved unconditionally? What would this woman want? You know, what would he have to bring to the table for her to love him unconditionally? And I think that's crazy, because you look at everybody else, nobody else has to bring anything to the table but a man. And don't get me wrong, a man has to be 100% provider. I do agree with that. He has to know how to provide, but we have to understand what he has to provide for. You know, and I think when a woman says, "Oh, you're not a provider," she most likely yelling and arguing because he didn't go get her feet done, but she got a refrigerator full of groceries. You know what I mean? Or he didn't get her hair done, but the lights on. You know what I mean? You know, he couldn't get her that car that year, but he spent all the money on school supplies and school clothes and made sure the kids were straight all year. Like, you back out of love as soon as we can't. As soon as that moment happened where we can't, we're not that person to love anymore. And that's mad crazy to me. Um, so back into my little situation, I noticed several times that I was doing my best to prove to this woman that I was a man. I'm a man. You know what I mean? I'm working day and night. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I know your family got it over there, but come to my house. And I remember the first time, I felt played was I had just moved in my crib, right? And I got a blow up bed. I was transitioning from one job in a position to another, and so I didn't have everything. I left some things back in Florida, and I brought some things to where I am now. And I remember Shorty like, I can't sleep on no blow up bed. And I remember telling myself like, oh man, I gotta go get a bed because I really like Shorty, and I gotta make this happen. And then I was a little discouraged one day about my whip, and I'm just venting to her, you know. Oh well, you need to go get you another whip because all this neck popping and selling out, and I'm like, yo. So I'm like, all right, cool. Throughout the year, it was time after time after issue, or she's showing me that materialistic and being financial stable is the only way I'm gonna get her to love me unconditionally. And I'm like, yo, I mean, I guess ain't nothing wrong with that if you got it, but I truly don't want to buy love. I don't want no woman I can buy. I don't want no woman who can be bought. I want a woman who can see me for who I am and see that I'm a man with goals, and I am a provider because the lights, the water, the refrigerator fill, your gas tank fill. I'm going to clean your car, the kids straight. I mean, I might miss out on some nails, but hey, I did get them last month. You know what I mean? But um, I don't think most men want to be loved, and the man who do, again, and I know I'm at least a 99% right. Most men who buy their love are men who were simps before and don't know how to get a woman and have all types of insecurities. I see a brother. It's a big brother on Instagram, man, and the brother talk about how his wife doesn't have to pay for this and she does this, and he's basically paying for everything she needs in the world, or her needs, and he's making that happen. And I go back and see his transition in life, and he was this big chubby cat, you know what I mean? People used to pick on him, and now he finally got the girl he wants. So, you pay for what you know you can't have. You know what I mean? Or you wouldn't be able to have it if you didn't have the money. And so we don't look at situations like that. We look at, you know, Jimmy from down the street just turned into J Man. You know what I mean? The little nerd from down the street just turned into J Man because his daddy and mommy got money, so he's able to go buy that jewelry, and he's able to go buy that car, and he's because he's still staying with his mom, and they got him booming. And the first sight of money, this woman think he's a real cat because he done went and bought her and flashed out for this. And at the end of the day, she realizes, this ain't what I really want. You know what I mean? This ain't it. I mean, buddy, a cornball, you're a square. And, I think that hurts real men who want to be loved. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I truly think that's a problem. You know what I mean? For the simps that's buying love. You know what I mean? I came in to the state I'm at, and it's big here. You got so many young women who would jump on these older guys who already have it and already doing what they do, and she like 20 something, Jit be like, 50, 60. And you like, I already know why you over there. You know what I mean? She running circles around him. He don't really care. He about out the gate anyways. You know what I mean? So he's paying for the love. Man, I don't want all that, bro. I don't want to deal with all that. You know what I mean? I just want somebody who sees me for who I am and see the greatness in me, and I see the greatness in them, and we're partners. And I think that most relationships in the black community, we don't know how to be partners. Like last year was a big thing with 50-50. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, is this really a debate? Are men and women really going through a 50-50 debate right now? And I look at these podcasts and these little pop-up reels that come on Instagram, and I see how young these cats are, how young these women are, and I'm like, they don't know the 50-50 deal. You know what I mean? The 50-50 deal ain't all about money. You know what I mean? Because a man's supposed to provide. So when I come in this house and I got the lights on, the water on, the rent paid, you know what I mean? And I say, oh babe, I'm dead tired, and you massage my back, you bring me a little peace, you know what I mean? You take care of me in the way I need to be taken care of. Um, that's the 50-50 split, man. You know what I mean? It ain't about can she pay a bill and can he do what he's supposed to do? Because if so, he's supposed to be already doing that. You know what I mean? The 50-50 deal. Let me put it like this. Men who pay 100%, they not going to say, because most men say, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good. They keep a smile on their face. They're not going to tell you they are drained. They are drained. Man, I'm going to say it for you. We get drained. I mean, don't get us wrong. We love to do it. Real men love to do it. I know I do. I be happy as than a mug when it's time for me to have to go pay a bill because I've been in places where other people haven't been and not able to do it. But you know, I love coming in and paying my bills and making sure I put a smile on my shorty face, making sure I put a smile on the shorties, the kids' faces. You know what I mean? I love that. But when I'm drained, this is when your 50-50 come in. Hey yo, babe, I'm tired. I had a rough day. You know, I got this mug on my face, but in reality, it's not, you know, for you. It's not about you. It's just, I'm going through something and I'm drained. And I just want a little, something for myself. Women, that's when the 50-50 split come in at. That's when you come in and, you make sure his ego straight. You make sure his pride straight. You make sure you telling him who he is and how much you appreciate him. And I promise you, ladies, that's the 50-50 split for man. Cause come Monday, oh, he ready to do it all over again. Cause you done got him right mentally. You know what I mean? You done built the spirit up. Babe, let's sit down and let's pray together and let's find out, what our God has for us and how we can get put in a better financial situation so you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to uh, bleed so much. You know what I mean? That's the 50-50 split. You know what I mean? I can say honestly, man, I remember growing up, a can of soda was 25 cents. Now it's $1. So, the man got to push a little harder to get that dollar. And if you're a man like me, I'm going out there to get it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find me $1. I'm gonna find a way to make that dollar. But if I'm doing and I'm giving you my all and I'm showing you that, give me my 50-50 split. Show me that, I'm here in my household and just want to be treated as a king. I ain't asking for it every day. But that's the 50-50 split. I mean, you don't heard your grandma. You don't heard your grandma. He paid all the bills and he did this and he did that. And I made sure food was on the table. Yeah, this ain't the 60s. This ain't the 50s no more. We understand that, but you got to look at the big picture. That was the 50-50 split. She made sure he was taken care of, ladies, when he got home because she knew how much that outside world done drained him. So it's I might be going a little bit off topic, but that's the 50-50 split. And you know and man had to be loved unconditionally. That's where that long term come in at for most of us. I believe we could change a lot of relationships if we can be loved unconditionally by our queens and pretty much the society community. But check in, man, and let me know how you feel about this and where you stand, and give me some input. Like I said, if you like what you heard, you already know, man. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure y'all go get that book. Also, bookmark coming out soon. It'll be ready to go for Apple and Android soon. And what bookmark is an online library um, for our community. You know what I mean? It's knowledge for our community. So just tap in and get on that online digital library. It's going to be amazing books. Hopefully, I can get some local authors jump on board and get their message across and get the knowledge out, and get some good books out there to our community, by our community, for our community. With that being said, yo, peace, man. Get at me.